Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're here with us today. It's always such a great feeling to see our community growing and learning together.
Hey there, everyone. Great to be here with you again. I'm doing really well today, actually. I had a lovely morning walk and I feel ready to teach. How about you?
Oh, that sounds amazing. I actually tried to wake up early today too, but I have to be honest, I couldn't do it. I pressed snooze 3 times. And you know what? That actually connects perfectly to what we're talking about today.
That's such a perfect introduction. Because today we are talking all about one of the most useful and most confusing words in English, and that word is could, C-O-U-L-D, could.
That's right. And by the end of this episode, you're going to be able to use could in at least 3 different and very important ways. You'll sound so much more natural in real English conversation.
We want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments right now. Do you know how many ways could can be used in English? Write your answer below. We love reading your comments.
And if you're new here, welcome to Simple English Talks. Please hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss an episode. We put out new English lessons every week, and every single one is designed to help you speak more naturally and with more confidence.
All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right in and start with the first and most foundational use of could. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, so the first use of could, and this is the one most learners learn first in school, is to talk about ability in the past. Think of could as the past tense of can. The structure is really simple. Subject plus could plus base verb. That's it.
Exactly. So here are some examples. Number 1, when I was a child, I could run very fast. Number 2, she could speak French when she was young, but she forgot most of it. Number 3, he couldn't swim until he was 10 years old. Number 4, we could see the mountains from our hotel window. And number 5, they couldn't find the restaurant because they didn't have a map.
I love those examples, and I have a personal one. When I was a teenager, I could play the piano really well. My parents sent me to lessons every Saturday. But now, I can barely remember the notes. It's funny how we lose skills when we don't practice.
Oh, I completely relate to that. I could speak a little Spanish when I was in high school. Could I have a conversation? Yes. Could I do that today? Definitely not. Time and practice, they make all the difference.
So notice what we just did there. We used could and couldn't naturally in conversation. Now let's look at the negative form. Instead of could not, in natural spoken English, we almost always say couldn't. C-O-U-L-D-N', couldn't. So, I couldn't sleep last night. He couldn't understand the question. We couldn't believe the news.
Here's a question for you, listener. Think about when you were a child. What could you do then that you can't do now? Or what can you do now that you couldn't do before? Write it in the comments. Something like, when I was young, I could climb trees very fast. We want to know.
And also, if you're enjoying this lesson so far, this is a great moment to like this video and share it with a friend who's learning English. It really helps Simple English Talks grow, and it means more free lessons for everyone.
Great work so far, everyone. So to review this first section, could as past ability follows the pattern. Subject plus could slash couldn't plus base verb. It tells us what was or wasn't possible in the past. Simple, clean, and very useful. Keep that in mind as we move to the second use, which is honestly one of my favorites.
Now we're moving to the second use, and this one is incredibly important for everyday life, using could to make polite requests and suggestions. This is how you ask for things without sounding rude or too direct.
Right. And could is actually considered more polite than can in many situations. Think about the difference. Can you help me? That's fine, but could you help me? That sounds warmer, more considerate. It gives the other person more choice.
Let me give you some real-life situations. Imagine you're at a restaurant. Instead of saying, "Give me the menu," you say, "Could I have the menu, please?" Or at work, instead of, "Tell me what to do," you say, "Could you explain that again?" Or when asking a favor from a friend, "Could you pick me up from the airport?" It just sounds so much more natural and friendly.
Let's do a little demonstration. I'll be a customer and you be the waiter. okay?
Sure, go ahead.
Excuse me, could I have a glass of water? And could you also tell me what today's special is?
Of course, the water is coming right up, and today's special is grilled fish with vegetables. Could I get you anything else?
Could I have a few more minutes to look at the menu? Thank you so much.
Did you notice how natural that sounded? Every single request used could. Now let's talk about the difference in formality. In informal conversation with a close friend, can is completely fine. Can you pass the salt? That's normal. But when you're speaking with a boss, a stranger, a customer, or anyone in a professional setting, could is almost always the better choice.
Here are 3 practical tips. First, use could you to ask someone to do something for you. Could you send me that file? Second, use could I to ask for permission or something for yourself. Could I leave early today? Third, use could we to suggest something for both of you. Could we meet at 3 instead?
I love those. Now it's your turn. Try writing a polite request using could in the comments section. Maybe something you would actually say at work, at a shop, or to a friend. Write it right now. Something like, could I ask you a question? Or, could you help me with this? We'll read them.
And don't forget, if this lesson is helping you, please subscribe to Simple English Talks and turn on your notifications. That way you'll never miss a new episode. To review this section, could for polite requests, could you, could I, could we, always sounds more considerate than can in formal or semi-formal situations. Beautiful and simple.
Now we're on to the third use of could, and this one is really exciting because it opens up so many ways to express ideas and make suggestions in English. We're talking about using could to express possibility or to offer suggestions.
Yes. So when you're not sure about something, when something is maybe true or maybe possible, you use could. For example, I'm not sure where she is. She could be at the office. Or this medicine could help your headache. Or the traffic could be bad this afternoon, so let's leave early.
And for suggestions, could is perfect because it's gentle. It doesn't force anything. Imagine a friend is stressed about work. You could say, and yes, I just used it. You could try making a list of everything you need to do. Or, we could take a short break. Or, you could talk to your manager about it.
I really love how could feels when giving suggestions. It doesn't sound like you're ordering someone. Compare, you should call her. That sounds a little strong, a little pushy, but you could call her. That gives the person freedom. It's just an idea, not a command.
Here's a tip for being more polite and natural. When someone has a problem, instead of jumping straight to you should, try you could. It shows you're offering options, not making demands. People appreciate that.
And the tone matters too. When you say could for possibility, your voice often goes up slightly at the end, as if you're thinking out loud. It could be, sounds more natural than saying it very flatly.
Let's do a quick mini practice. I'll give you a situation and you say your response out loud. Yes, speak out loud, even if you're alone. Situation 1. Your friend asks, what should we do this weekend? Your turn. Say a suggestion using could. Something like, we could go to the park. Or, we could try that new restaurant. Say it out loud.
Excellent. Saying it out loud, even to yourself, is how you build muscle memory for speaking. Your mouth learns the pattern. And please, write your suggestion in the comments too. What do you think we could do this weekend? I'd love to hear your ideas. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Simple English Talks. Every episode we add new lessons just like this one. So, to review, could for possibility tells us something is maybe true. Could for suggestions offers gentle ideas without pressure. Both use subject plus could plus base verb. Beautiful.
Okay, let's talk about mistakes. And I want to start by saying, both of us have made every single one of these mistakes. Learning a language means making mistakes, and that's actually how you get better. So let's go through the most common errors with could so you can avoid them.
Mistake number 1, using could when you need was able to for a single completed action in the past. Here's the tricky rule. When talking about a specific thing you succeeded in doing, one time in the past, could is usually wrong, incorrect. I could finish the report before the deadline yesterday. Correct? I was able to finish the report before the deadline yesterday. Why? Because could suggests general ability over time, not one specific success.
That one confused me for years. The easy way to remember it, if it happened once and it was a success, use was able to. If it was a general skill or habit over a period of time, use could.
Mistake number 2. Forgetting that could in questions is for requests, not general past ability. Incorrect. Could you go to school by yourself when you were small? This actually sounds like a polite request. Correct? Were you able to go to school by yourself? For questions about past ability, were you able to is much clearer.
Ha! I made that exact mistake in an email once. I asked my colleague, could you understand the meeting? And they thought I was asking them to understand a new meeting. Very confusing. What I meant was, were you able to understand the meeting?
Mistake number 3. Saying I could to go instead of I could go. This is a very common error. Could is a modal verb, and modal verbs are always followed by the base form of the verb, never to plus verb. Incorrect. She couldn't to find her keys. Correct. She couldn't find her keys. Never put to after could.
Mistake number 4. Mixing up could and would for polite requests. Both work, but they have slightly different feelings. Could you help me? Feels like asking about ability and willingness, quite natural and warm. Would you help me? Feels a bit more formal and direct. Both are polite, but could tends to feel softer in everyday conversation.
Here's a little practice for you. Can you correct these sentences? Write the correction in the comments. Sentence 1. When I was 5, I could to ride a bike. Sentence 2. I could pass my exam last month. I studied all night. Think about what needs to change and write it below. This is great practice.
Remember, mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are steps. Every mistake you notice and correct is one step closer to fluency. Keep going.
Speaker 2. And share this video with a friend who's learning English. They'll definitely benefit from this mistakes section. Now let's move to some interactive practice to put everything together.
It's practice time. This is my favorite part. I'm going to give you some situations, and for each one, there are 2 possible sentences. You choose the better one, and say it out loud. Ready? Let's go.
Situation 1. You want to ask your teacher to explain something again. Option A. Can you explain that again? Option B. Could you explain that again, please? Which one is more polite and natural? Option B. Could you explain that again, please? Sounds respectful and considerate. Perfect for a classroom.
Situation 2. You're describing what you were able to do as a child. Option A. When I was 6, I could read simple books. Option B. When I was 6, I can read simple books. The answer is Option A. We use could for past ability, not can, which is present.
Situation 3. Your friend looks tired. You want to gently suggest a solution. Option A. You should sleep more. Option B. You could try going to bed earlier. Option B sounds much gentler and friendlier. Could gives them a choice. Should can sometimes feel like criticism.
Situation 4. You're not sure if the shops are open. Option A. The shops are closed. Option B. The shops could be closed. Let me check first. Option B is better. If you're not sure, could shows that it's a possibility, not a confirmed fact. Never state something as a fact when you're guessing.
Situation 5. You want to make a plan with a friend. Option A. We should go to that new cafe on Saturday. Option B. We could go to that new cafe on Saturday. What do you think? Option B is more natural for a suggestion because it invites the other person to share their opinion. It starts a real conversation.
Now here's your challenge. Create your own sentence using could in any of the 3 ways we learned today. Write it in the comments. Could you, I could, we could, any of them. Challenge yourself. And here's something extra. Can you write one sentence for each of the 3 uses? That's the real challenge.
The goal isn't perfection. The goal is communication. Real conversations are messy, imperfect, and wonderful. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And if you found this lesson helpful, we'd love it if you shared it with your English learning community. Now let's wrap everything up.
Wow, what an episode. We covered so much today, and I honestly feel like we only scratched the surface of how rich and useful could really is. But you now have the three most important and practical uses, and that is a huge step forward.
Let's quickly recap the three uses we covered. Use number 1, could as past ability, talking about what you or others were able to do before. I could swim when I was young. Use number 2, could for polite requests and suggestions. Could you help me, please? Use number 3, could for possibility and gentle suggestions. It could rain later, or you could try talking to her.
You've done really well today. Seriously, the fact that you're here, watching and listening and practicing, puts you ahead of so many people. Language learning takes time and patience, and you're showing both. Be proud of yourself.
Here's a reflective question for you to think about. In your daily life this week, where could you use could more? At work, with your family, when writing messages? Think about it, and even better, write your thoughts in the comments. We truly read every single one.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a like. It really helps more people find Simple English Talks. Share it with a friend or family member who's learning English. Leave us a comment with your practice sentences, your questions, or just to say hello. And most importantly, subscribe to Simple English Talks so you're always part of our learning community.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Remember, every minute you spend practicing English is an investment in yourself and your future. We believe in you. Keep going, keep practicing, and know that we're here cheering you on every single step of the way. This is Simple English Talks, and we'll see you next time.